Okay, I figured I haven't watched this one yet, but I needed to assault the drill sergeant, first sergeant here, relative to it. But let's get to sharps.
Hi. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the reason for all these briefings, the constant preaching, and the redundant teachings. I guess your leadership figures that if you constantly train, then eventually you'll be able to tame me. That's a large feat. I'm the SHA in your SHARP program. I'm the ulcer in the belly of your organization. I'm the degradation of your 7 core values. I'm the bane of your SARC's existence. I'm the real deal. You're just child's work. I am the strongest army on earth, and ironically, my recruits, they're forces from your armed forces. See, I force discord between brothers and sisters in arms, and forewarning, I'm swarming your ranks at alarming rates. Any day, I'm less than double arms distance away. All it takes is for us to be at close intervals and for her to be dressed right. Wearing something tight or something short so it lets me know that she's open for my type of attention. See, she joined so she can be a part of something she can be proud of. I'm sure her parents, I'm sure they thought that she would be safe amongst your ranks, but I'm the paw print crawling up your daughter or your little sister's inner thighs while she's in her sleep. I enter her room so I can enter her womb. See, alcohol normally increases my success rate. These two dudes, they saw me drag her. They saw me walk her in, and neither of them said a word. Their nonchalantness is the reason I'm so accomplished. They may as well be my accomplice. Intervention is my kryptonite. I would be invincible if it wasn't for nosy battle buddies bold enough to put their noses into my business. The only person with a chance of stopping me is a bystander who's willing to uphold the standard. As long as he continues to stand down, then I'll continue to stand up and raise the stats up. And oh, by the way, let your EO rep know I'm all for equal opportunity. I don't discriminate. I operate within seniors and subordinates alike. See, I was saw as a major issue once. Your sergeant majors were issued walking papers for taking parts in the likes of me. That's when I knew I had hit the big leagues. I love to ride the coattail of the higher ranking personnel. I'm a pro at quid pro quo. In my simplest form, I come by way of a slide comment or a compliment with a drizzle of sexual content. And I'm rampant throughout your workplace. I hide my face behind jokes and jargon like, well, that's what she said. In a second I see you smile and you fail to correct me. I'm gonna place the crosshairs across your head, and I'm gonna cross you the next time that we cross paths. And contrary to popular belief, men are also a preference for me. I've been able to assault, I've been able to talk at least 1 in 6 into unwanted sex, and most aren't man enough. Most are too man to admit it, so I'm able to operate in iniquity without penalty. See, an assaulted man's ego is badly bruised, but it's still too huge to seek assistance, so the heinous act just sits in his system and eats away at him like cancer. There's no chance of assisting a man who insists on keeping me inside in his little secret. Most think that I'm nocturnal. I'm not. I knock whenever opportunity suits me. I'm normally suited in a familiar face. I've heard some say that about 8 in 10 military women have met me, but only 3 in 10 will admit it, probably because they're afraid that you'll think they're the reason why the crime is committed. Because you make comments like, well, that's what happens when you wear those rape clothes. When you walk says I'm willing to let you assault/harass me against my will. Everyone knows that permission and promiscuous is paternal twins. You can't blame him if she was out after 1 a.m. It's common knowledge that all body parts are up for grabs after midnight. She met me because she kept a grown man parked in a friend zone for too long when she knew all along all he wanted to do was break his parking brake off in her. She should have known better than to trust someone who called themselves a friend. Now, let me give you some other reasons why she didn't report. She didn't report it because the last time she was the subject of something similar, she was subject to questioning like she was the prime suspect. She didn't know. She had no clue that harassment was punishable by finger pointing. She said they held enough fingers in her face to outfit a million hands. She learned that her shorts would be called to the stand as a cotton material witness to testify against her, that her legs were out after midnight. She learned that in the land of the free, harassment was punishment for having the nerve to choose your own wardrobe. She learned that she could be convicted of having an enticing figure. Now go figure. Assaulters were people just like you. We don't deserve to be tempted. In case you hadn't sniffed it, I'm sexual harassment and assault. And if you don't learn to control me, I'll continue to be the oasis of hate surrounding your ranks. I'm the new age form of fratricide. I'm the sum of division. And you'll never be able to solve me if you don't stick together. I'm a combat minimizer. And until you learn to defeat me, you'll never be able to defeat your country's enemies. I want to thank you for your ongoing support.
Thank you, Sharps.
Hey, welcome to the channel, team. Man, I'm stoked, pumped up to see you. Man, this is part 2 in how I derive answers to somebody on a board. Whether I can give somebody a go on a promotion board.
I'm gonna cut short a little stoker here, but.
And so as we get going, man, that's what this channel is all about. It's all about professional development, news, and all things that are interweaving, except for my ability to speak this morning. So if that's what you're into as well, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you can stay up to date on some future content. So in this particular video, I'm gonna tell you why I say no, right? It's a little apophatic, right? If you know why I say no, then you know the things not to do when you come and you appear before the promotion board or competition board. If you want to know why I say yes, then make sure you check out part 1. In this one, I'm going to tell you why I say no. You may think that it's oh so easy, right? That you already know why I say no. But there's probably a few reasons and stories of why I've said no to other people in the past.
In this series,
that you
I'm going
might
to
not
teach you
be
about
aware
brain and
of.
heart
I know,
coherence. And with this knowledge, what if you could strengthen your immune system by changing your thoughts?
No, so I want to put this in your
like to fight.
things that you can be
I
aware of,
will,
things that you
I'm
can be
very strong
about.
and I have
in
a lot of
days and
constitution.
weeks
And I
put this in your
grew up
kit
making
bag
beer.
so that you're developing
Talk
your
about beer.
leadership.
Thoughts about beer. Let's talk about beer.
All right. I guess that's where the
More of a wine girl.
Yeah.
Behind the gorilla glass.
My name is
First sergeant.
Deborah. I am a cleric of Helm, and I
So
am
obviously,
here to
if a
just
soldier
make
comes
snacks
in
and heal people, so please.
and their sponsor is
here.
just 50
Oh,
shades
there
of
was a
jacked.
point.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
kill
want to do
people
that,
too,
actually.
but I like to talk about the healing more.
Deborah,
It's not going to go in your face.
Thumpar, Moon, Haldor.
And again, I'm not necessarily looking
All 5
at
of you
an
grew up in the
individual,
city of Waterdeep.
isolated event in a board.
All 5 of you met on the
Unless
steps
somebody says,
of the adventure.
See, I want to give
The guild that all
Stoker
of you
here
are
some
trying
special
to
criteria.
package,
This is
right?
You've all
that
been
would be
turned away.
it's holistic.
their
It's a
board.
Been on no
holistic
adventures.
view. I
You
want
know
to
which
look
one
at
I'm
Trin
looking
and
all
your
the angles
I make
about
them
you.
all
I want
do
to
this.
know, I want to know that I could trust
being a
my
rogue,
son or my daughter
you have
in your
heard
charge.
That's right.
of the legend of Rogan and Zelagar.
And-
Rogan the Fearless and Zelagar the Unknown are legendary.
And that's a good
Nuclear
thing
potato.
that-
Rogan earned his
Firstly,
name as a great
that's the
warrior,
first one.
and his
All of them
reputation
have
your
kids.
sponsor's not
far and
gonna
wide
tell-
across the land.
They will. They want them to
Zelagar,
carry out an army.
equally renowned, earned his status and power as a
Whoever
forest
else makes it,
practitioner
it makes
in
Sentinel
mystical
cry,
realms of
man.
magic
Sharps, he
and
gets me
sorcery.
going, dude.
No one knows what brought these two together, but they formed a strong
I
bond
mean, I'm
of
probably going to eat
friendship.
him up.
Eventually, stories surfaced about a hideaway being built deep in the
what it
wilderness,
is. Be
far
on the
from
same
the
page.
nearest settlement.
Oh,
When you
there's
come
the
in,
one.
travel
I wanted
crowds,
the one with
where
just
they
the
practiced
soldier
their
and the guy,
adventurous
but-
prowess and kept their treasures.
In your uniform.
30 years ago, a
Looks
great
like a
barbarian
bag
invasion
smashed
came
holes.
from the lands of
I
the
mean,
north,
come on now.
threatening to engulf the entire
You
land.
have to take a little bit more pride
Rogan
in
and
yourself.
Zelagar and their band of loyal
So
henchmen.
if you're
Yes,
not,
the
barbarian
your tie
army in great
is all
battle.
jacked up. If your
Rogan slew a
trousers
horde of
are
barbarians
too short, you're
single-handedly.
way too
and
long.
Zelagar's
If
powerful
you-
magic
you've
put their
lost
army
so
in
much
flight.
weight that you needed to get in your
Eager to
jacket.
destroy the
If you
horde
gain
once
so
and
much
for
weight,
all, Rogan and Zelagar pursued the barbarian horde into the north,
fit, man. It's
where
not
they met
going
their
well for
demise in a great battle
me.
that
If you
shook
look
the
like
heavens.
this, it's not going well
In
for
the
you.
past week, it has come
If you
to
look
your
like this,
attention. There is
it's
a
not
man
gonna go
named
well for
Darian
you.
in the town
I'm gonna
of
start
Dagger,
tearing into you
who
right
claims to have
out
mapped
of
to
the
a
back,
mystical
right out of the
lost
gate, man.
keep, a place apparently called
I haven't even thrown
just
a
by one letter.
pitch yet.
Right.
I haven't even thrown a ball.
He claims it's the lost keep of
Have you
Rogan
done
and
more?
Zelagar.
I'm not gonna
Claim
even
that.
with one
Vast
question. I'm just gonna
I'm electron, waiting for this thing to finish its task.
The map is accurate. It could lead you to the
If
mystical
I can't
place
trust
that
you,
was
do
once their
basic
home and
things like take
sanctuary,
care of your
and
uniform,
perhaps
get a haircut.
treasure
I'm
trove.
not gonna trust you.
Right.
It's the thing that you guys might need to prove.
And that's how
that you're
personal it
adventurers
is. With
At
the
this
game.
time, special.
Yeah.
into
If I
Take the
called
most
him
expedient
Right,
first
if you
game,
can't say the creed
Take
of
a seat.
non-commissioned officer.
I'd-
Daggerford is
The
just
fell
the next
boy
town
first sergeant?
south. It's just right down the Sword Coast.
You got a lot of ground to
Get
catch
there
up.
Master Sergeant,
easily.
President of the Board.
So,
Got a lot of ground to catch up.
say
If
so.
you're an NCO and you can't say the soldier's creed,
Move on.
probably gonna
See
say
what your
For it,
knowledge
I
is.
just gonna pack a lunch
help
and